Chapter 12. Wait! Wait, Yuri!
Why did you follow us, White? You are persistent.
Artel swam in front of ZYUN, separating him from Yuri.
Yuri, listen, Yuri, what will become of our promise? We made a promise to each other, didn't we?
The instant Yuri looked at ZYUN, she turned her eyes away again immediately.
I sincerely ask you. I really want to keep the promise you made with me. I will absolutely make our dream come true. Please don't leave.
This time, Yuri kept looking down and would not raise her face.
Yuri, shall we keep our promise and make our dream come true together?
Yuri said with a quiet voice, still looking down. Our promise? I don't know our promise.
What?
ZYUN thought he had misheard her, and asked her pardon. Yuri opened her big eyes, gazed sternly at ZYUN, and shouted, I don't know of any such promise!
What? Why do you say so? You are not Yuri.
ZYUN meant to come closer to Yuri. Artel blocked him.
We promised to fly in the sky together, didn't we? When I can fly in the sky, I will take you to the sky with me. I promised.
ZYUN's eyes were wet with tears.
Yuri, our promise. Promise.
What would flying in the sky even mean for you and me? Yuri interrupted him forcefully. If we fly in the sky, would we have anything good? Would we be able to get delicious food? Would we be given beautiful pebbles? If we did, would you become a king?
No, Yuri! What we could get is nothing like that. We could find excellent happiness in that the dream we had together would come true. That alone would be fine. Don't you think?
So you remain a whitefish. The voice coming from Yuri strongly affirmed that she was bidding ZYUN farewell. With these last words, she completely extinguished any power ZYUN had left.
Hey, White! It is nonsense for fish to try to fly in the sky. Don't think such a stupid thing. You should live in reality more, and you should become a strong fish like me.
Artel and Yuri left. After their figures disappeared from ZYUN's view, ZYUN began to cry. His tears dropped one after another. Because he was not satisfied by any action he could take, he began to cry even louder. He swam crying in the water as if he were a balloon that had lost its direction and had air coming out of it.
Why, Yuri, why?
He felt pain and sorrow, as if all his body and his heart had been cut. Chapter 13. Pain and sorrow continued to afflict ZYUN by turns. Had Yuri left because ZYUN was weak or didn't have courage? ZYUN went on wandering in the water. ZYUN continued to find life unbearable. His mind was filled with only Yuri. After a while, this began to annoy him, and he became absorbed in thought, and then he reached a conclusion.
I will go to the dark cave.
When ZYUN reached the dark cave, he found the same fast-flowing water he had encountered there before. As he had before, ZYUN caught hold of a rock to keep himself from being swept away by the stream. But this time, he had a trait he had not had before. He had resolution. He spoke into the cave with a loud voice.
I came here to give my life.
The water stopped flowing, and he heard the low and echoing voice coming from the depths of the dark cave.
Did you resolve to exchange your life for your dream? Definitely.
After that, a few seconds passed, and ZYUN gazed firmly into the depths of the cave.
Is that really okay?
Asked the voice.
Certainly. If I get to realize my dream and fly in the sky, I am willing to give my life. Do you have enough resolve to die for your dream? Absolutely,
ZYUN confirmed confidently.
Yuri had left, ZYUN thought. From now on there is no promise which will make me spend my days in pain and sorrow.
The only thing left was his dream. ZYUN thought he might even risk his life just to forget Yuri.
Okay, I see. Come into the hole. Then, no matter what happens, never look back. Swim perfectly straight, and aim at the light you can see at the end of the darkness. If you do so, your dream will come true.
June breathed deeply. He said to himself in a quiet voice, "Goodbye, Yuri." And then he swam with all his strength into the dark hole of the cave. The inside of the cave was indeed dark and cold. It seemed to him that the harder he swam, the deeper the darkness became. The water flowed faster and faster. He felt pain as if all his body had been cut to pieces. He began to choke. As he went, the pain in his heart had grown greater and greater. He was attacked by unbearable suffering and almost fainted away.
I can't make it, June thought. All is over. After all, my life is finished without making any dream true. I gave my life, but what am I doing? I hate myself, he thought.
Then June saw a little light shining. It was so far away that he felt he could never reach it.
I feel pain, he thought. I really have pain. Why do I have to do this? I'll give up. In the end, I am foolish. I am...
June fainted away. As he did, the white light grew bigger and bigger, and then it swallowed June. Chapter 14. June found himself in calmly flowing water. When he turned back, he saw the dark cave behind him. Though he remembered going into the cave, his memory of what had happened after that was uncertain. However, he gradually realized that he had not died but was still living. As he began to swim toward home, he thought, "I can't fly in the sky now, can I?" It occurred to June that he felt different from usual. First of all, he felt his body was light. Secondly, he was swimming faster than he used to. He looked at his back, and as he watched, to his surprise, 2 white feathers grew there. He stopped and looked at them over and over again. It was not an illusion. 2 feathers really had grown.
"At last, I did it!"
he shouted and swam in a circle, going round and round. His speed made him even more excited. June decided to swim straight up to the surface of the water. He broke through the surface and jumped into the sky to fly. He never fell. Instead, he flew powerfully with the help of his white feathers, rising up higher and higher.
"I made it! I'm really flying in the sky!"
he shouted as loudly as possible. He returned to the water and then flew up into the sky again. He did this repeatedly many times. While he flew, he realized one thing: the true meaning of the saying, "Give your life for your dream." It didn't mean just giving up your life. He had tested his resolution, or his kakugo, and seen how deeply he wanted to realize his dream.
"If you don't have kakugo to reach your goal, you had better not head toward it in the first place,"
June said in his heart as he flew up into the sky again. The sky that the fish with white wings was flying in was a clear blue color and endlessly high. Chapter 15. The next day, June went up into the sky again. He could see a big white thundercloud far away. When he looked down, he could see the shining surface of the water. Though he had only been able to look up at the surface of the water until now, he could now look down on it from above. He was really moved by this. But the next moment, he suddenly felt sad. He remembered the shining surface of the water that he looked up at with Yuri when they promised to fly together. Yuri. June thought that he had realized his dream, but there was no Yuri and he could not keep his promise. June's eyes filled with tears. He looked up to avoid letting his tears fall, and he saw the red sun. June worked his wings with all his might. He found the river running from the lake, and then followed the river toward the West Lake. He was absorbed in flying.
"Please wait! Yuri!"
he said. The sun was shining, becoming redder and redder. Hot. Burning. Hardship.
"I feel dizzy,"
June said to himself.
"My body is drying up. My throat is in pain,"
he thought. But June never rested. The West Lake was coming into view little by little. He found the 2 fish, red and black, swimming in the river near the entrance to the lake.
"Yuri! I will take you to the sky as I promised!"
He shouted as much as he could, but it didn't seem that Yuri heard his shout.
"Yuri! Yuri!"